it's also very important that we bring you in this community the issues that are so vitally important. And I was so glad to hear from Pamela MacLeod-Lima, the executive director of the Women's Center, just recently. And Pamela is going to talk about something that we probably would not have thought of. And so let's turn the microphone over. Pamela, first, good morning and welcome. Great to have you with us.
Good morning, Phil. It's great to be here. Just hearing the sound of your voice is reassuring that things are still as they should be, even though we're living in a time that's far from normal right now.
Thank you so much, Pamela. And these abnormal times seem to also cause problems at home when everyone is confined like we are, right?
Yes, absolutely. We know from statistics and data, which are dry things, but they have people behind them, the numbers. We know from that during times of community crisis, hurricanes and so forth, that domestic violence actually rises. It's not that it creates domestic violence, but the combination of job loss, stress from money worries, and perhaps alcohol can exacerbate the situation, make it much worse when there's already latent domestic violence in a household. So it just puts an added stress that can make things erupt and make it quite dangerous for victims. And you can imagine what it must be like right now with all that's being said on television about the virus and so forth. People are afraid to go out, and some of them are afraid to stay in, too, because the violence is there. So it's a very difficult time, and that's why I did get in touch with you, because I want to make sure that people know that the Women's Center is still there. In keeping with the governor's orders, we have closed our operations, so to speak, in terms of letting people in and out our front door for a little bit. But our front door is now the telephone. And we can be reached through our hotline, and there is still counseling available every single day. There is support available, and we have those things available in Spanish and English, of course, and Portuguese, so that people feel more comfortable speaking another language, the language they may have grown up with, then that's available to them. And we also, our shelters are also operating and full, and we have some limited places available in hotels for an emergency. So we don't want anyone to stay in a situation or not have support in that situation while we're all being very careful about where we go and who we come into contact with because of the coronavirus. We still know that victims need us, and we are there for them.
Oh, how good to know this. And your hotline is a 24-hour hotline.
Yes, it is. So you can talk to someone any time of day, and they can connect you with someone that you may want to speak with again during the daytime, or simply if you're, feeling stressed because of past issues with domestic or sexual violence. If this is stressing you out, you just need to talk to a counselor. They are available 24/7, and that number is 999-6636 in the 508 area code. So 508-999-6636 for help or to get connected for services with the Women's Center. And we hope that victims know that although our door on the street may be temporarily closed, we are still there for them.
You always have been, Pamela, for close to 50 years, I know. The Women's Center has done such a vital, important job here with services. And by the way, folks, these services are absolutely free and confidential. So if any of you are thinking, well, I don't have any money or what, they're free. So yes. Please, keep that in mind when you jot down 508-999-6636. And I can't begin to tell you the amount of great things you've done in terms of education, all of the services here in the South Coast. And you are from, tell us, Pamela, is it from Somerset over to Wareham?
Yes, absolutely. That's great. You know our catchment area. Yes, we are the South Coast, from Somerset and Fall River, Westport for sexual assault services, and for domestic violence and sexual assault for the rest of the South Coast. We also provide. We also have, as I mentioned, we have 3 shelters that are operating for people who really need to stay someplace to be safe. Mm-hmm. And we have a housing program as well, where we help people either stay in their apartment because they've lost the income from their partner due to domestic violence, or we have some apartments that are available to those who we have coming out of shelter and needing to stay someplace until they can get perhaps permanent housing with public housing or so forth. So we really try to make sure that we have wraparound services for victims, and we connect them with other community services as well, because we have great collaborations with other housing programs, with programs that help people with career development and job placement and all of that. So we try to help them. As we say, we have a little tagline that we use: find the path to a future free from violence. And that's the most important thing. And so we're very much thinking of people at this time and what may be going on as they're closed up in their households. Mm-hmm. And we want them to know that we're there. And thank you so much for mentioning. Yes. Our services are free and they are confidential. So you can call us and talk to us anytime.
Pamela, for anyone listening who knows a person who may benefit, please call that number, 508-999-6636, or pass this information on to the person. They can always go online to the Women's Center SC.com, and or you just click on contact us on the website, and you will be in contact with somebody there. I'm going to continue to promote the number and all the full services that you provide there. Let me just ask you, are some of, now that we can't go out, are any of these counseling sessions on like FaceTime or anything like that?
Yes, we're doing some group meetings by Zoom. And we're really trying to connect with people, and we do understand that some people do not have tech available to them at home at a very high level, but most of the time there's a call-in number provided as well, so you can call into the meeting, and all of those things are connected. All of our services right now are connected through our hotline, because that's our best way for people to reach us, and they just call in and say what they're interested in, and we will make sure that they get connected with that service that they need.
You're just awesome. What the Women's Center has done is a godsend here. Anything that I can do, you let me know, and continue with all of our blessings, all of our support on what you do here on the South Coast, Pamela. Anything else? Let me give you the last word here to say anything you need.
Well, thank you so much, Phil. And we really appreciate the support of WBSM. You've also been running PSAs for us to let people know that we're still around and functioning, and we appreciate that. We hope that victims know that there is help. That's why we want to make sure anyway we get the word out there, that they do not have to feel alone in this. It's a very difficult time because we all feel isolated. And imagine how much more isolating it is if you're subject to violence in your home. And so most important that you know that you're not alone and that we are there and we're only a phone call away. 999-6636, 508-999-6636. Pamela, thank you. Thank you so very, very much from our hearts. Pamela MacLeod-Lima, the Executive Director of the Women's Center.